Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Keep It a Buck reaction channel. Also, the Keep It a Buck daily podcast. Kind of doing the video and the audio at the same time. So it's up to you guys how you guys want to intake this this video and this audio. So we're kind of going through all of Kendrick Lamar's disses towards Drake. We will give our thoughts on Drake's disses as well, diss tracks. But this is mostly just kind of going through Kendrick's disses towards Drake. A historic beef in hip hop and rap. This probably go down as probably the greatest, I think. It has that much leverage in this whole thing. So, but yeah, we're going to get into each track from Kendrick Lamar because he took off all the copyrights off his tracks and is letting reactors just, earn money and eat off his track. So
man of the people.
Exactly. This is what the culture feeling. Like, he is what the culture's feeling, bro. So we appreciate that. I'm sure each reactor is doing his thing with these tracks because Kendrick lifted up the copyright off his music for these. So that's why we're kind of more heavily playing or just playing all Kendrick stuff and not Drake stuff, and we'll talk about Drake stuff. So, but don't get it twisted. We are Drake fans.
Absolutely. Drake was my guy.
Drake
was. But Drake, no.
Like Drake was my most listened to artist last year on my Apple Music, so it's not biased, okay? But we're just being fair in what we hear and critique and stuff like that. So, you got anything to say before we get into this? Euphoria?
Oh, no. Let's get into it.
I've been listening to these songs since they dropped. I mean, this is just fantastic disses and songs in its own right. So first up, I guess this is kind of like response. Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar is a response to Tailor Made and Push-Ups by Drake. Thoughts on Push-Ups before we get into Euphoria and the AI stuff with Tailor Made.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of either. I didn't really get into Drake on the disses until Family Matters came around. To me, that was his crown jewel of this whole thing. If as far as Tailor Made and basically, I think that what we're about to listen to neutralized just about everything that those two songs came with.
And I thought the AI thing was clever. It was a clever use. I thought it was a cool angle for someone to take in a beef to get the Tupac voice and the Snoop Dogg. I mean, he probably should just ask Snoop Dogg himself.
I mean, yeah.
but yeah, I thought getting West Coast legends to say what they said on that Tailor Made freestyle was cool. But it was a nice little jab, and then he got into Push-Ups. Again, just seemed a lot. He was all over the place with that, and I think we kind of got that too with the Family Matters.
Well, there was a really, if I'm being honest, I thought the AI was a misstep. To use Tupac's voice, who, I mean, like, Tupac, there was no intersection there. To you and to use Snoop, who there's a video now, I don't know if you've seen it, it's recirculating of Snoop on stage with it was Corrupt and a couple of the West Coast guys and Snoop telling Kendrick, like, it's yours now. You got it.
Passing him the torch.
Passing him the torch. Like, quite literally. And Kendrick getting emotional and
Yep.
to then turn around and use Snoop Dogg as AI, who, again, you could have just hollered at, but you didn't because you knew
He would say
that
no.
he would say,
Yeah.
get out of my face. I thought that was a very bad misstep by Drake. A clever idea,
But man,
but the choice and the execution was, to me, it was really bad. And as well, he, just like he did throughout this whole, every song he dropped, it felt like he never fully laser focused on the task at hand, which was Kendrick Lamar. He was too busy bringing up other people. TaylorMade, obviously, the name is in there. You know, mentioning everyone from SZA to The Weeknd to Future and Rick Ross, obviously, which that's they're trying to capitalize on that right now between him and The Game.
Out of nowhere,
yeah,
JC just decides to jump in. And,
it's a very odd beef. No one asked for The Game to jump into anything, and I love The Game, obviously. But
absolutely,
no one asked for his opinion on any of this, and it never stayed fully focused on Kendrick like Kendrick did to Drake. Even when Kendrick was talking to his son or his parents or whoever, it was all centered around Drake. And despite the ideas and the execution of that, I feel like he strategy-wise, he didn't handle this as well. And yeah, Euphoria did a lot of addressing and foreshadowing.
It flipped the script on him, and we'll get into this right now. Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria, let's get into it. And if you're here on the YouTube channel, hopefully you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get into Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria.
Euphoria. Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. I calculate you, not as calculated. I can even predict your angles. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection. I make music that he.
Now, that's one of my favorite lines in this whole thing is the whole Tommy Hilfiger always been in your collection. But yeah, FUBU has never been in your collection.
FUBU never been in your collection.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Let's get into
You now, you're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection. I make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're.
I like how he says my music electrifies them, your music pacifies them. Going back to him, messing with underage girls, stuff like that. That's how I kind of took it too.
I thought that it was funny too that he follows that up with talking about I'm going to spare you this time. Like I can double down on that line, but I'm going to spare you this time. Random acts of kindness, because just like we'll get to in the other songs, he keeps alluding to it. He keeps letting Drake know, like it's almost like Kendrick was. He was telling him like you don't want this. Like, please, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to warn you, I'm trying to let you know. Just keep it right here. Please, I'm literally telling you, I'm trying to spare you. I'm trying to do a random act of kindness. So please, just keep it right here. And we all know what ended up happening.
Yeah.
In your collection, I make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
That's hard.
That's the ultimate. That's the ultimate foreshadowing.
Yeah.
In retrospect, in hindsight, that is Kendrick, like on some. Like he's a psychic. Like he's literally telling you. Now that we know, like he's telling you you're gonna tell lies about me, and I know that you're gonna tell lies about me. So please don't do it, because I'll come with the truth.
It's so crazy listening to these now and knowing what's happening nowadays, and kind of going back to listen to these things. Like, the man played it so well.
It was right there in our face. Though. It was right there in Drake's face the whole time, and he just still went ahead.
Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys in them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever watch your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate when I rap.
Tell me why I got like Shotgun Suge, Have You Ever vibes when he was like, I'll walk you down with the poker face, and like, I don't know. I got these.
You got What's Your Life Like?
I got these like battle rap vibes from Kendrick with his aggression, how he said that line. Like, it's so tough, bro.
I feel you on that one.
But there's so much in that. But yeah, we were.
Yeah, and it's he hasn't even got personal yet, but he's already kind of giving you glimpses of the character of Drake with the money and the doing a show a day and all that stuff, and then letting him know, like, that's not enough, and you're not that guy.
Because
You've never walked your enemy down with a, like, he's questioning his validity. It feels like to me in this.
And it's almost like if I wanted to do a show a day and if I wanted to be out there, I could easily take all this away from you.
Just like he's every day we're seeing a new record
Yep.
of Drake's being broken by Kendrick Lamar. He's starting to literally like wipe away parts of the Drake legacy and rewrite other parts of the Drake legacy going forward.
Yeah.
House like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys in them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever watch your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate when I rap or talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then hop online like pray for my city, he faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior, they must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park his son, the very first time I shut.
I think people get confused. Yeah, Kendrick talking about Jay Prince and his son, Junior.
Jay Prince Jr.
Yeah, Prince Jr. With that whole your daddy won't be a killer, the whole Parkinson type thing. Shaky, yeah. That was hard.
City, he faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior, they must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park his son, the very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough, today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring, on God I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave.
That whole thing is insane. The whole I was taught to like
Point down.
Yeah, point down with the Drake, Draco, a gun.
Yeah.
That was tough. Mm-hmm. Tough writing.
Down enough, today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring, on God I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave. Cut the bitch.
All right. So this is something that Kendrick starts to speak on heavy, which is why I said the AI thing was a misstep. It just gave Kendrick even more ammunition to go at Drake with. In what, the next three, or on Euphoria or Not Like Us.
Yeah, just the angle.
And yeah, like I believe the only one he doesn't touch on it is Meet the Grams. But every other song he has a Pac reference, all because of that. AI.
Or a ghost AI.
Yeah. Like he gave him ammunition with that. Such a misstep.
You got shit twisted. What is it, the brakes? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay. It's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and I already know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I don't like you.
Now that whole setup to that punch to the YNW Melly bar is insane writing. The fact that he said in 8 bars, I'll come back and explain that phrase. Seeing 2 goats hugging and kissing on stage, talking about Kendrick or talking about Drake and J. Cole, and then to end it, and then the whole YNW Melly bar because he's locked up for killing both of his friends. Like
stuffing them in the trunk.
the whole thing is crazy, and then the whole there's no accent you could sell me because Drake is so known for having so many accents and personalities on when he's rapping in his music.
Which is funny to me because one of the things that I love the most about just everything in the songs that Kendrick has come out with, except for Meet the Grams, that was a very straightforward, somber tone. But like, he does go into different accents. And he goes into his different voices and his different pockets and his different flows, and he shows you it just even in this verse, like when he starts it off, if you go all the way back to the start of the verse, and then he switches up after the you don't want to, is it the braids, and then he just he's always in and out of these pockets and the switches, and it's a different cadence and a different flow. All within even a verse,
Right.
which is, yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
It's no accent you can sell me. You're cold and I already know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thorne, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about.
I gotta stop that, man.
He's
Goodness.
again telling you, we ain't gotta get personal. It's a friendly fade. Just keep it that way, man. Like I'm trying. How many times you seen that, man? A nigga tell you like, hey, look, bro, this is not the problem you want, man. Like just. Keep it a buck. Just keep it out here. Like, don't just chill out, man. And they just keep pushing and pushing. And you see what ends up happening. He was telling this man in the middle of verses, leave me the F alone, man. Keep it bars.
And we saw what happened with Pusha T and Drake, that beef. So he's like, you better off going against him again than going against me. Like,
absolutely, spin the block on him before you come back at me.
And then that whole like, I got stuff that make your homie or make one or gonna want to look like a saint.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, son.
Feet. We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling. How many
Man. Oof, got at the women that he talks to and dates. That's a nasty
They confuse their self with
real women.
Real women.
These girls listen to this at home. They're like, oh,
me? Yeah,
No.
you confused.
oh my goodness, brother.
And it's again, he says, I like that he said it's we.
Yeah.
It's not just me. He's letting y'all know, okay, I'll be the one. Like Pusha started it, but I'll be the one that finally just let's get rid of this dude.
Yes.
Let's be done with him already. Pusha called out the kid, called out the, even let it be known that there are leaks and moles in Drake's camp initially. And Kendrick was like, all right, it's up to me. Let's be done with this guy then.
Right. Yeah.
this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling. How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies, I don't like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff, let me see if Chubbs really crash something. You're my first one like my last one, it's a classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach.
Lies.
Now, Kendrick,
Lies.
we can't be going out telling lies. Okay, that's a
Like we said, we are Drake fans.
Take Care.
Lies.
That's a classic. My
Take
guy.
Care is one of the greatest albums ever made, in my opinion. Nothing was the same.
And that was after Take Care, right?
Yeah.
Followed it up with another
Yeah,
classic.
nothing was the same.
Goodness.
Back to mixtape Drake. Like, no, Drake has classic albums, classic songs, classic features.
Absolutely.
Like, let's not act like we ain't all yelled out, bitch, you was with me shooting in the gym. Like, come on, man. Drake has classic. Kendrick, I got you, but let's not. Yeah.
And I know
now you sound like Drake with the lies.
Exactly. And I know Rick Ross took the whole like calling Drake white boy, but Kendrick here is just saying you're not black enough. Like he's not calling him a white boy, but he's like you're not black enough. So there's
and you carry yourself as black enough. You as he talks about later on, you go and you it's weird the Pharrell, like he says, I'll inherit the Pharrell beef because Drake bought Pharrell's chains and the Pac ring. Drake bought Pac's ring, and there's also the story out there that Cooley spoke about that he has Drake has 50 Cent's chain, like the spinning G Unit chain, I believe, and it's like Drake just you're not black enough, and he's trying to do like all these things and appropriate all these things to show that, and Kendrick's just here to let him know, like, no, that's not. We don't. You're not that.
Yeah.
You're trying to buy culture. You can't do that, man. Sorry, bro, but you have classics.
Absolutely.
Sound like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crash something. You're my first one like my last one. It's a classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Then tell them where you get your abs from. V12 is a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.
That's
Remember?
hard.
Hey, Top Dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lane.
Like I was just saying, the beat switch, cadence switch, tone switch, how aggressive he is right now. And even at the end, like when he's we hate the way that he says hate, he put there like he's showing you all the different levels and the different specialties that he has. And the crazy part to me about it is that it's like you can feel how much he genuinely doesn't like this dude. And you can hear it in his delivery and the way that it's not just the bars. The bars are self-explanatory, like that, obvious. But I think part of what makes these songs hit so hard is the way that he's delivering. He makes you feel it with like, damn, like, man, maybe I do need to look at Drake because ain't no question. This dude does not F with Drake at all.
People have to realize, like, this is like 10 plus years of stuff building up between these guys.
Absolutely.
It's not just out of the blue, like
little subliminals and not so subliminals and direct, like all of that. Yeah.
So the hate has been there. Now he's just finally letting it all out with these tracks, and you could tell. So
You better walk around like Daft Punk, remember? Hey, Top Dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame shit, only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised she wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see.
I love almost the pettiness of that line. It's like it doesn't have to be deep, but it,
It's just it's almost like bringing it up to everyone.
Yeah.
Like we haven't really noticed, but then when you look deeper, it's like, oh yeah. And then that video came out of him like saying he said it all with a kind of hard ER on the end, and it just it was, and Kendrick, I believe that part of it too. That I believe he's genuinely saying that. He's like, no, I don't like the way you say it. And maybe it is just me. Maybe it's cringeworthy to me. I don't know.
I
and now we're all like, no, you're right, bro.
Yeah.
We with you. You're right. Like it has been addressed now.
Shit, that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they
that's
call
the
you
one
boy,
right
but
there.
we're-
He said, keep making your dance music, making me feel good, wave my hands when you make your music, but yeah.
That's the one to me.
Slept on.
Because it really is that's Drake. That's what he does. So get another warning.
Yeah.
Should have counted the warnings in this song. He letting you know, hey, just
brother,
keep making me dance, bro.
Stay in your pop lane, like
That's it.
make bops, but don't come
Keep-
over here. Like we're rapping. Yeah,
After you tried to tell me too that like I make pop records because of the Taylor Swift feature and the Imagine Dragons, all that, and like, nah, bro, you're the one. Like, keep making I'm Too Sexy. Like, keep making I Got a Really Big T. They got some like, keep making all those started from the bottoms and all that. The stuff that goes off in the clubs and like Kendrick says, gets you the success, which he wishes you. Just do that and it'll be all good.
Man, cause I ain't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him?
Bet.
When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your split.
Nah, that was part of my funny. One of my favorite lines when I first heard that. Like when you stand next to Sexy Red, you see two bad bitches.
Two bad bitches.
Bleed him yet? Can I bleed him? When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on a like that record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. I'ma get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray, know nothing about that. Then giving them tools to walk through life like day by day, know nothing about that. Teaching them morals and
All right, there's a lot of stuff that was said and since we last stopped that, but anything?
So the signed to a nigga, claimed he was that nigga. That's a callback. That's a callback to Push and Wayne way back in the day.
Exodus
Yeah, that's
23-1 by Pusha T.
Yeah, that's a and again, like layers and levels. That's Kendrick showing like he's in this. He's done his homework, shouting that out.
And a lot of people critique of Kendrick saying someone has already said that already. Like, why are you bringing up an old angle? But again, like angles could be used over and over again, but it's how you use it.
Absolutely.
And, put your spin on things. So, yeah. It's
The percentage with the show me your splits.
Yeah, that
I'll
was-
double back with you.
that was tough.
And that kind of goes to in my opinion, it's speaking on a bigger battle within this battle, which is in the industry, mainstream versus independent. 'Cause Kendrick's independent now,
Yeah.
and Drake has the huge, as Kanye called him, his rich baby daddy, Lucian, and what a lot of people are speaking about UMG, like Universal, and how these independents are coming along and they're beating the major label. Kendrick independent is going #1 and breaking all these records as an independent with Drake, and with Drake having the big label backing. So I like how he says, let's speak on percentage. as he now is jumped to the top. And yeah, again, now knowing what we know, calling around trying to get dirt on me, I live a boring life. Like we can't 100% confirm with fact, but it seems very, very realistic and true that happened. That he was putting money in the street and trying to find out dirt on Kendrick, and Kendrick was like, I got a son to raise, and then he starts going into that
I'm really in
angle.
the house trying to be a good dad raising my kids.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, my bad. I live a boring life.
Oh, what, you ain't like that record? Back to back, I like that record. I'ma get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit, I got a son to raise. But I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray, know nothing about that. Then giving them tools to walk through life like day by day, know nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring them out too, I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick.
So to name drop a ghostwriter or a writer that writes for Drake, like that was big. But the whole 20v1, 1v20 to flip that on Drake, how Kendrick did that was great.
Yeah,
Mispronouncing a name.
Joel Osteen, Haley Joel Osment, you know, tomato. What you mean?
But
we got it.
Exactly. Some people were nitpicking that like crazy. It's like, that's not even the name. But to flip that Sixth Sense movie into the whole AI thing was genius.
Absolutely.
God. My goodness.
And again, he doesn't have that if Drake doesn't come out with Taylor May. He doesn't have it. It's not there for him to have that bar. Drake shooting himself in the foot, man. Miscalculated.
And then again, Kendrick ending that with my sixth sense is to off him. Like, oh my goodness.
I clean him out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick niggas all in they coughing. Yeah, OVO niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be at Newhall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me your cheesing, fam. We can do this right now on the camera, Crody. Hey, fuck y'all niggas, I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, Phil go punt y'all niggas, they punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. Psst, that's something you don't wanna do. Ooh.
We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. We don't wanna hear you say
Stop.
nigga no more. Stop.
What a response to two diss tracks. But
That had immediate rebuttals
yeah,
as well in them. And again, to touch on the industry with the independent and the major, you know, fuck the industry too. And I kind of take that as he's saying that to everyone. Like everyone who's let this slide for so long and who's co-signed this dude. And he ends it again. His last line of the song, if you take it there, I'm taking it further. That's something you don't want to do.
yeah. Throughout this whole beef, Kendrick has great lines of ending all verses. Like just these killer one-liners to end off his verses. But yeah, the timeline of this though, because
So that was, Euphoria was April 30th. That Euphoria track dropped April 30th. And I was in LA this last weekend. I heard that song more than Not Like Us.
I'm telling you,
I thought Not Like Us was going to be out of every car, on every radio station. They were playing Euphoria more than they were playing Not Like Us.
I feel like Euphoria, once it dropped, it didn't get a great response by a lot of people. They're like, that was okay. But it has grown I don't know how you didn't like that the first time, but I'm glad it's growing on a lot of people because that is an amazing shit.
My shit different, making the kills to pay the bills. You see the spots we living in. Tried your best to recreate me, but we not equivalent. Everybody hit Fugazi, all on our ass sizzling. Run shit like conditioning.